Did y'all know that Michelle Obama has a podcast? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that Michelle Obama has a podcast? I'm willing to bet at least more than half of you didn't know that Michelle Obama has a podcast. And you probably didn't know that because the podcast itself is absolutely horrid. It's a hard watch. It's a hard watch. But she has one nonetheless, and she's running it with her brother, who a lot of people have called into question as far as his never mind. I won't say it. But yeah, she has a podcast, and the podcast is terrible. And so, because the podcast is really bad, and Michelle and her brother are having a pretty hard time drumming up any type of consistent viewership from an audience, even though she has over 475,000 subscribers, she has resorted to repeatedly talking about Barack, her husband. You know, former president, former president of the U.S. of A. Yeah, that guy. So it seems that Barack comes up often on her podcast because anytime Michelle mentions Barack, we all know that Barack was the draw of that marriage, right? Barack was the person, he was the center of everyone's eye, and rightfully so. Former president, you know, he accomplished it at he accomplished politically and achieved something politically at the highest level. So obviously people are going to pay attention to him when they're out more so than her. And I think we have another case here that reminds me of similar type of happenings that we have with Ayesha Curry and Steph. Same thing is happening here in my opinion. I think these women that get with these men and they find out that these men are really them and that in their field they're acclaimed and they're looked at and they're doted on by other people. And so these women are having a hard time dealing with that. That's what I think. Personally, that's what I think. I think they have a hard time dealing with their husband's success. That's just what I think. I mean, we have evidence of that, right? So Michelle has been talking a lot about Barack, and she has been revealing that their marriage, the marriage that you all fawned over, the marriage that a lot of Democrats and Dems and young people said, I want a marriage like Barack and Michelle. Yeah, all of y'all. Well, it's being revealed that the marriage that y'all thought that you wanted to model yours after has seen some problems. And Michelle can't keep her mouth shut about Barack. At every turn, it seems like she has grown more frustrated. In their old age, as they get older, it seems that Michelle has lost more patience. It seems that Michelle has grown more annoyed with Barack, and that now they've reached a point to where she's sort of just tolerating him. Imagine that. Imagine that. You give your life. You give your life, you commit yourself to another person, a woman, and she's not even grateful for it. She scoffs at you. She hates the way you chew at the dinner table. Barack comes in, says, "Oh, what we got on the table, honey?" And he sits down, and everybody just sort of goes, "Oh." Can you imagine what it's like in the Barack household? Here, let me show you.
Did you catch Michelle's latest podcast? It's bad. There's a therapist. Her big bro made the cut, but Barack, He's MIA. Turns out things aren't as they seem.
A lot of young people could look at that and go, I want a marriage like Michelle and Barack.
Right.
And it's like, well, let me talk about what marriage is, because it's, even when it looks good, even when it's great, it's hard.
Yeah.
And so I think it's important because, it's very easy to quit on a marriage.
Now, let me comment on that really quickly, because I've heard a lot of people say this. Honestly, I've heard a lot of people say that marriage is really hard. Marriage is really hard. Marriage is just so hard. It's so hard. I got to go to therapy because of my marriage. Marriage is just so hard. And I'm sorry, I don't agree. I think marriage is one of the easiest things in the world. I think marriage is as easy as you make it and as easy as you want it to be. I think that when you have two people in a marriage that truly, really love each other and they're there for the other person, not there for self, that's important. Got to say that. If you're not in the marriage for self and you're actually there for the other person, then everything else works itself out. Because you have two people that are willing to do whatever they can and whatever is necessary to make the other person happy. That way, there's a healthy balance that both people are happy in the marriage, because both people are putting their best foot forward to make sure that the other is happy. That's how it works. That's how successful marriages work. You bring your problems to the table. Hey, let's talk about it. And then you move on. That's how successful marriages work. Marriages can really be one of the easiest things in the world. It really can be. It's all in what you make it. But now, of course, if you can't stand the one you're with, or if you loathe the person that you married, then yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult for you going forward. You're going to have some problems. It's going to be some issues.
Michelle didn't hold back. Besides canceling Barack's pickup games, she hates what he does with his mouth. The chewing.
Before Michelle talks about his chewing, let me just shout out Jesse Waters, because I picked this up from a clip that he put together. I was not about to sit through an hour or 2 hours of her podcast to try and pick out these talking points that I wanted to bring up. I don't have it in me, guys. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have 2.5 hours in me to sit through a Michelle Obama podcast. So I cheated. All right. I went and I found a clip that kind of brought everything together that I wanted to highlight. Okay. So shout out to Jesse Waters again. This is content that's straight from him.
The way you're chewing makes me want to smack you upside the head. The girls and I are very irritated with the way Barack chews.
Barack can't even eat in peace.
Nope.
Even when Barry keeps his mouth shut.
Yep. Can't even eat in peace. Barack comes to the dinner table, comes home after probably a long day of being out, having speaking engagements, whatever, what have you, still providing for his family, still putting food on the table, still being the main breadwinner. And he comes home. As soon as he sits down, everybody's like, oh, including his daughters, apparently, according to Michelle. Everybody at the table just sort of winces because Barack just sat down. Dad just had a seat. And now we're going to have to sit here and deal with his annoying chewing. Do you see how you can accomplish something at the highest level as a man? You can achieve something that only 44 other people in this country, in the world, only 44 other people have done. And you can still be a loathsome nuisance at home. You can still be a man that is looked at in disgust by your wife. After you've done nothing but say great things about her, you've lifted her up in this marriage, you tried to put her front and center throughout your political campaign and your career, throughout your presidency, you had her by your side, you uplifted her, you put her on a pedestal. You talked about nothing. You said nothing about positive things about her and your family. And you can do all of that. And still, when you get ready to sit down at the dinner table and you take your first couple bites, you look across the table and Michelle is looking at you with her beady eyes. And she's just staring a hole right into your forehead. Amazing.
Michelle's still complaining.
Now that we're empty nesters, it's like, well, what are we going to talk about? So we're together all day, and we do this thing where it's like, I'll see him and it's like, what you been doing? It's like, oh, don't tell me until dinner, because we got to have something to talk about at dinner. So if all throughout the course of the day I'm getting caught up on his stuff, then it's like we're sitting staring at each other.
You should always have
missing
something to talk about.
I'm not going to lie. It's amazing. It's amazing that Barack hasn't cheated on Michelle. Honestly, I'm not even trying to be funny. Looking at Michelle, it's amazing that he has not cheated on her. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm not trying to be funny right now. Let me ask you all a genuine question. Are you ready? Here's my question. What has Michelle Obama ever done? I'm giving you a second to think about it, because I know it's going to take at least 3 of them. I know it's going to take at least 3 to 7 seconds for you to try to think of something that Michelle Obama has done aside from live in the shadows of her husband. I told y'all this is another Ayesha Curry situation. Matter of fact, somebody put Michelle on the Mount Rushmores of just ungrateful, disrespectful. You know what? That's what I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make that the thumbnail to this video. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. Michelle Obama, Ayesha Curry, Jada Pinkett, they're all one and the same. They hated living in the shadows of their husband. They hated it. They hated their husband's success. They were with them because they were successful. But when they were throughout the successful careers of their husbands, they hated every second of it because it meant that the spotlight was not on them. What has Michelle Obama ever done? What has she done? Just goes to show you that you can do everything for your family. You can do everything to put your family in a position to win and still be loathed and still be looked at in disgust with distasteful eyes. So all of y'all out there that wanted a Michelle and Barack love, you might want to think twice. Think twice. That's my only advice. Think twice. Do you really want a wife like Michelle? Would you really want a wife? My thing is, it's not unhuman, right? It's not inhuman to have these thoughts even. It's not even inhuman to be annoyed by certain things that your partner does. Right? That's not uncommon. I'm pretty sure that if you asked a lot of people in their marriage to name one thing about their spouse that they did that was annoying, that they could name something. That's not even the part about it. The part about it is you took this worldwide. You're making a tour out of all of the things that you hate about Barack. She's going on tour with this. She's taking this show on the road. This man that has worked himself into multiple gray hairs. When we first saw Barack, he was young and youthful looking. And he has literally worked himself to the point to where you can see the age on him. And he aged quick. You can see the political toll that it's taken on his life. And apparently his life at home as well. But you see what I mean? You see what I mean? This is why people have such a distance. This is why people say, I'm never getting married. Why? So I can get out here, do all this hard work hard for my family, extremely hard for my family, and then come home to a wife that doesn't appreciate any fucking thing that I do? Everything I do, she has a problem with? Why? Why would I do that to myself? And it's hard to argue with that, y'all. It is. And this is coming from a married person. It's hard to argue. It's hard to tell young men, yo, you should really try to lock down your lady and make her a wife so that you all can build the family structure and live happily ever after. It's hard to preach that message when you have instances like this and Ayesha Curry and Jada Pinkett out here who have all had no qualms about disrespecting or putting their husbands in a negative light. They did it without a second thought. And that's my problem. Because soon as a man says something publicly about his wife, y'all ready to jump on him. But as soon as a woman says anything, she's just telling her truth. You need proof? Here.
You should have threw a boy in the mix.
I'm so glad I didn't have a boy.
Yeah.
Because he would have been a Barack Obama.
It was like baby Barack. It would have been amazing.
No, I would have felt for him what he needs as a grown man in the world.
Yes.
And other times it's like, oh my God, take my skin off.
It's like, the change in temperature is wild. For any woman, anytime, but especially at this age.
It's a battle with a partner, right? Mm-hmm. Because he's always cold. And I'm like, do not touch. And sometimes I wake up hot and I'll wake him up. Did you touch the thermostat? You touched the thermostat, didn't you? He's like, it didn't, I swear to God. He now knows he's afraid of the thermostat. I hear what you do. Do not touch anything in this room after I go to sleep. Do you wear it on? The minute we had kids, it was like, where are you going? And how far? And you start measuring. It's like, how many diapers did you change? Mm-hmm. And, oh, you're golfing? Yeah. Oh, you got time? Oh, you got time to golf? How you at the gym all the time? Why are you in my brain right now?
Yes.
And other times it's like, oh, yeah.
God forbid a man actually go out and enjoy some time to himself. God forbid, right? Ladies can have their women's trips and their events and their women's night outs. They can have all of these things. But God forbid a man go golfing. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just busy being the president of the fucking United States of America. You see what I mean? All you gotta do is take a look at the comments. And you'll see what it is. She's keeping it real, and it's refreshing that even celebrities have real lives. Let me ask you a question. What is Michelle Obama a celebrity for? Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh my God, please stop this. She's a human being, and that man is it complaining. Marriage is weird anyway. Mind your business. No. It's amazing that you want us to mind our business when she keeps putting us in it. Nobody forced her to do this. Nobody forced Michelle Obama to come out and start saying disparaging things about Barack. She willingly volunteered this information. She put us in our business. Shut the fuck up. That's all you got to do if you don't want nobody in your business. Shut up. Stop talking. But she won't. Neither will Ayesha Curry. Neither will Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett takes every chance she get in front of a camera to let us know how much she misses Tupac. Some of the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how these men deal with it. Anyway, I'm well over the time that I wanted to spend on this topic because it wasn't even supposed to be this serious. Drop a comment down below, y'all. Man, good luck out there. I mean that. I mean it. Good luck. There are good women out here, I promise you. There are good women that will not disparage your name. There are good women out here that will not treat you like this. There are good women out here who will not put you down as soon as they get in front of a camera on a media platform in front of the world. I promise you there is. It's going to take some digging. It's going to take some searching. And yes, you have to be right. You got to come aligned. But they out here. I promise you. Drop a comment down below. I'll holler at y'all later.